Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We are live here just outside of Seattle. Gorgeous, hot. Well, not too hot right now.
It was yesterday.
It was. I
It's
know.
warmer. We're weak over here.
I know we're
in the
weak.
Pacific
We are.
Northwest.
We're
When they go over
babies.
65. We're like,
I know.
oh
my God, what's happening to the air conditioning on? Because some of us have air conditioning now too,
we're
right?
melting.
Yeah. In fact, my neighbor and I, her husband's traveling and she and her husband usually walk in the evening. She and I usually just walk Friday mornings. But we get to walk and I go, can we walk at 7:45?
Right?
You know, it's too hot right now.
When the sun just hits over the side of the Olympics,
Yeah.
takes that edge off.
Right. I am feeling sorry for New York right now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We know what you're going through. I own 3 HEPA filters now that I've rotated around my house because we've had multiple years of smoke, mostly from that part, our northern part of our state and Canadian.
I feel like they're trying to smoke us out, but that's not true. It's not their fault.
That's an interesting way to put it. But yeah, it's not their fault.
No, it's not.
And I think New York's having a worse situation because they have more pollution,
right?
So they have more pollution and then you add the smoke to it and all those particles. So please be careful in New York. We don't have as much pollution as New York yet. And I couldn't breathe. Literally, I wore masks. I stayed inside. I had the HEPA filters on. It was bad. It was really bad for everyone.
Sorry. I was going to say, I feel kind of bad. Definitely for like kids and pets, because you got to get them outside eventually. And if you can't, it's a struggle for keeping them happy.
I had a friend who was trying to make a mask for their dog. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to work, but good try.
Something like from the 50s or 60s. Like it's just this big snouted thing with these like canisters on the end. Like
that's what I was imagining. I don't know what they did, but I was imagining that.
Like the fallout from an atomic bomb.
Wow.
Well, I mean like that like the look.
No, you're
the
right.
look from the
that's
mask
what it looks like.
kind of
That's
like
what it looks like.
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? That's weird. So, I know I don't have my fall classes up yet, and we're getting little emails about it now. Like, what are you doing? I will be teaching on the Shift Network, and I'm pretty sure I can say it's not till October, but I am teaching a 7-week class on mediumship, but it's a ways away, in October for the Shift, which will be super exciting. I'm thrilled. I am going to do an in-person class in Seattle. It's also not on the website, but you can let us know if you're interested. It's all about self-love and not just the vibration and the energy of it, which is crucial and important, but the science behind it, the energetic science about why this is so dang important and why your life will open up and be more of what you really want and things beyond what you even believe you deserve or what you are even capable of if you can allow yourself to harness regularly this natural, unconditional form of self-love that we have been completely brainwashed against from an early stage in life. It's part of the human condition. We're just not supposed to love ourselves. We're supposed to be humble and have humility and love others unconditionally, but not ourselves. And honestly, to reach the magnificence of who you are, you need to embrace that energy because it's the authenticity of what you are. So you can't really embrace and allow your natural tendencies and gifts and talents and all the things that you desire to fully, be divulged into this physical reality until you harness this powerful natural energy that's a part of you. So anyway, we're going to do a 2-day class on it in October. Yeah, so I'm super excited for it. You get lunches included. Really good food. Yeah. So.
Sounds fantastical. And also it reminded me of that little girl. Do you remember? She like jumped on top of her vanity and she's like the little affirmation girl. She's like, you're gonna do great. You're gonna be amazing. You have the biggest heart in the world. Just reminded me of that little clip from her.
I love it. There's some
That's what you got to do, right?
Right. Yeah. There's some teachers of little kids they post things on TikTok or Instagram and they're like high-fiving each kid as they're going in and they're saying something amazing about them. And that's what we need to do. We need to start really early, very young in life. So if you're interested in this class, just write into energyintuitive.com. We'll get you on the waiting list and I will work on writing my stuff so that Jen
so
can
you have
put
some
it on
homework
the
to
website.
do too.
I always have homework, Benny. I have a lot of homework all the time, constantly.
It's all right.
Yeah,
A forever student.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll run off to these phone lines and we'll take Diana calling in from the Colorado area. Hi, Diana. Welcome to the show.
Hello. How are you?
We're great.
We're great. What can I do for you?
I am feeling a little stuck here. I've been unemployed for almost 7 months. I've sent out hundreds of resumes, and I had like one interview so far, which is okay.
I don't mean to laugh, but I'm really happy you're getting a sabbatical. And I know you are annoyed to the moon and back. You're like, give me a job. Probably what's happening, because the universe is always talking to us, just like our body's always talking to us. Everything's always talking to us. But humans, and I know I'm part of the human race and I make it sound like I'm not, but humans are waiting for like some screaming, yelling, loud kind of communication, almost like an eviction notice kind of a thing, in order to listen. But the universe, your body, doesn't communicate that way. It's through kindness and love and compassion and surprising energy, surprising information. So you're trying to get a job in something that's not good for you anymore.
Well, and I feel that. I definitely feel it. And so I was doing online holistic health coaching, and I feel, and I'm almost done with the program, but I don't feel like, I don't know where to begin.
Okay, that's understandable. Why don't we work on your self-love and your self-worth? That's where I want you to begin, because that's what's going to attract people. People are attracted to others who have confidence and self-worth. There's some energy about it that people like, not just about careers, but even in the dating world. When someone's confident, people are attracted to that energy. So you need to work on that piece about it. Don't worry so much about how this is going to happen. Did you know the universe, and the words I'm about to use aren't exactly correct, but similar. The universe does not like these words: how, why, where, when. And what are the words that human beings use all day long? All those words. Where is it? How is this going to happen? When? And those are words of desperation, and they push things away from us. The universe wants you to leave those words alone. Trust, have faith, run your energy high, fall in love with you, so that everything can manifest.
Okay.
And you've got the time to do it now.
Right, but I'm depleting my savings, so that's why I'm so worried.
I know. I mean, I didn't know, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's what savings are for. So many people think that savings are for, I don't know, like a catastrophic accident. I don't know that many people have had catastrophic accidents, by the way.
I mean, they can be. I have one. Okay, I have a couple little pockets of stuff for that occasion only.
Right. No, I mean, that's perfectly fine to have them, but I'm just saying those things don't happen that very often. Thank goodness, right? Thank goodness. But to move into a career path that feeds you joyfully and allows you to shine your energy, I think savings is valuable for that type of maneuver. I think that's a credible reason to use your savings. And if you want your money to last longer, because everything's about energy, don't think negatively about your money that you have. Think positively about it. Have a lot of appreciation. Get excited about how much you don't necessarily look at the dollar amount, but get excited like, oh, I have savings. This is amazing. Get your energy up on wealth.
Okay.
All right. You got some homework.
Right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks very much, Diana, for calling in from the Colorado area, 877-825-8828. We'll stay here locally in the Bellevue, Washington area and take Myra. Hi, Myra.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Of course. What can we do for you?
Hi. First, I wanted to mention that I had called sometime back last summer or fall regarding hair loss, and you recommended the red light therapy.
Yes. Did it work?
And it's worked.
Yay! We're so happy. And wouldn't that be nice for anybody else who's listening?
There you go.
Who maybe has thought about, because their bodies quietly said, near infrared and red light therapy, but it wasn't screaming at them. So they didn't, go and follow their inspiration, but now they will. So congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I read the book and then I bought the light from Platinum.
Yeah, that's
LED.
my favorite. That's my favorite. Yeah.
And it took probably over 30 days, a month to 2 months, and then I noticed a difference, and it's been improving. So I'm very happy
Wow.
there.
I went to my dermatologist a little later than I was supposed to, but I've been using red light therapy for, I think I'm on my second year now, probably maybe going on my third. And she said my skin had really improved, like really, really, really improved. She also uses red light therapy too. So yes, it's really healthy. It's really good for us. It's a blessing. So what
Um,
can I do for you today?
Yeah.
my question is regarding my right side of the body. I've been doing yoga for many years, and I've been pretty good with my balance poses, except for the past year to 2 years. I'm having trouble balancing on the right side.
Hmm.
So the interesting thing is my left side seems to be stronger, and I've had knee surgery on my left knee, and I've had an injury on my left ankle, and I can still do the balancing poses on the left side, but I just struggle with the right side, and I'm just wondering what's going on.
I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm in muscles and ligaments and tendons. So I'm not in neurological things, which is good. So I have another device for you to consider.
Hmm.
It's not red light therapy, but I love the vibration plates. Like, you can get the really expensive one, but I mean, that one really rocks. Like, I'm moving mine to the outside patio. I'm like, is my house going to fall down? Like, it's not going to, but that thing really moves. The kind of the runner up is Life Pro. You can get it on Amazon. And what it does is you stand on these plates and you can start at lower increments if you want to, but you can increase the vibration. They go up and down, sideways. Um, Different machines have different ways of moving, but they strengthen your muscles and they tighten the understructures. It's really good for the bones too. So one of the things I noticed when I started doing vibrational plate, you can do positions, you can lift weights, you can do planks, you can do, there's videos on them on YouTube, or you could subscribe to something, I'm sure. You strengthen your muscles, and that's what I think you need to do. I think you've depleted on your right-hand side, probably because you had so many injuries on your left. Your right side took over and to keep you in balance, and now it got kind of tired, and we need to strengthen those muscles.
Okay, we'll check it out
Check
and
it
give
out,
it a try.
and then let us know, like you just did about the red light therapy. Let us know if that was helpful for you.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, Myra, for joining in from Bellevue. And of course, we're not a paid sponsorship for mentioning
No,
that, by
I
the
know I
way.
shouldn't have
So,
said that, right? I
well,
should.
you can. We just
Okay.
have to say it afterwards. It's all good.
And then one thing I should say too, if you have like issues with your body, like joints or problems like that, ask your physical therapist,
Mhm.
is this a good machine for me? Because they know which direction the machines move in. Some are lateral, some are up and down, some are a whole bunch of different movements. So if you have some issues, just ask your physical therapist. So they can give you like the really good,
Mhm.
okay, like, yeah, that would be okay for your knees or fine for your hips or, things like that.
All right. 877-825-8828 or energyintuitive.com if you need more information about Marie and her show and all the wonderful things she brings to you. We will take now Sarah calling in from the Oregon area. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Hey, good
Hello.
morning.
Morning.
Hi,
Morning.
Marie. I was wondering if you could give me some insight into some physical things that are going on with me. Number one, probably my throat.
Mm.
I don't know if it's thyroid, but then I feel like I'm getting some reflux.
Mhm.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Well, so how is your speaking truth?
Speaking truth.
Your truth. So,
Right.
there's honesty, which is something you don't have to worry about. You're naturally honest, but then people have inner truths, things that are just really important to them. Like I obviously love energy, so are you speaking your truth, your real truth
To myself
to the
or
world?
to others? To the world.
Yeah.
I think I could do better. I think that sometimes you do to get along.
Right. I don't recommend that. I know. But I'm kind of a disruptor in that way. Like, I think it's important to stay in the vibration of your knowingness. You're empathic, so you can feel other people's ideas and belief systems, and that's never going to change. You're always going to know that. But if you start to, mold your own energy to make sure that they're comfortable, they're safe, they're happy, then you're not really allowing yourself, you're not letting the world learn from you and your consciousness, and people don't get to know you. They don't get to know what makes you happy or what you believe in. So I think you need to start speaking your truth. And I would go to a naturopath and just have your labs done for your thyroid. I don't see a leak in the thyroid, but you do have some red energy around the gland, which could mean that, that something could be off in one of your thyroid stimulating hormones. So if you haven't done that recently, I would do that just,
Okay.
just to be safe. But you need to
Yeah.
start saying who you are, because people who love you will just love you no matter what. And then people
My
who
partner does ask me to do that.
Oh, that's a good
He
partner.
he does. He points it out.
That's a
Yeah.
really good partner. That's excellent. So there you go. That's what I think.
Okay. Okay. And the
Okay.
energy-wise, that just goes along with it.
It goes
Is
along
that
with it,
my
right? So
energy levels?
well, the throat chakra is the most powerful chakra in the body based on my perception. So when that chakra gets a little weak, then it can affect other energy centers because it can be a powerhouse for many people since it is the most powerful chakra in the body.
Can it affect the digestive system as well?
Yeah, especially if your hormones are going. I mean, if you're not speaking, let's back up and work on speaking the truth. But if you're not speaking your truth, you could be depleting other things in your body, and also the thyroid. When like female reproductive hormones start to decline, the thyroid will try to make them up. It'll try to um, replace them in some way, which of course it can't. And so that can deplete the thyroid. And estrogen is a natural anti-inflammatory. My naturopath does not agree with me on that statement, just FYI. And so that we can notice GI disturbances when hormones start to change.
I'm on bioidentical
Oh, good.
hormones, but
That's
to
great.
get my levels checked, to get my blood work done, I think
it's a
it's
good
wise.
idea. Yeah, let's just go get it checked and make sure everything's functioning and start speaking your truth. I think your partner is very wise.
Wonderful. Okay, look forward to your classes.
Oh,
Taking
great.
all the information about infrared, so on, and
Great. Love it. Love it. I even have, when I sit in front of my panels, Charles sits next to me. So he's even getting a zap of some red light too and near infrared. Yeah. Have a great
that's
day
wonderful.
in Oregon.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate the call. And 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're at our first break of the hour. We'll take that right now. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Alternative Talk 1150. We're on your radio at 1150 a.m. We're on your HD radio at 98.9 Channel 3.
So many ways to listen.
We're on the web at 1150kknw.com, streaming live audio and video as well as MP3 archives of many of our shows.
So many ways to listen.
And now, we're on your smartphone or tablet. Download our free app in the Apple App Store or Google Play and take Alternative Talk 1150 anywhere you go.
So many ways to listen.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Lenore with your health tip of the day from the African American Wellness Project. While coronavirus infections could go down over the next few months, we're still headed into flu season. Millions of Americans will be affected by the flu. But the good news is that we do have a safe and effective vaccine. But sadly, too many people go unvaccinated, especially African Americans. For more about flu vaccine, talk to your doctor or visit aawellnessproject.org.
If you want to know how to get in touch with Marie or find out what's on her calendar, there's a variety of ways to do so. You could become Marie's friend on Facebook or even follow her on Twitter. Check out Marie's website. There's tons of new features like Chakra of the Month, a live Twitter feed, and 3 PDFs with extensive exercises for your chakras. You can also sign up for Marie's free quarterly newsletter and also get your questions answered in her Dear Marie column. Simply email Marie your question and she will answer it in an upcoming edition. Marie also will be speaking and signing books. Find out if she'll be in your area on her events page at energyintuitive.com.
Alternative Talk 1150. It's good for what ails you. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We are live here in sunny Seattle. I even watered my lawn early this morning. You know what I got? What really helps? I got one of those timers.
Oh, brilliant.
You put on so you're not overwatering, it can turn on at like evening or morning, whatever you said. Those are amazing.
Those are like the best times, really. It's like in the morning before it gets too hot, and then at night when
Yeah.
things cool down, so it has a chance to soak in.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Or just don't water at all.
Yeah, right.
Save some money.
Right.
Sorry,
Of
it's in
course.
Washington.
No, I
It's-
don't think it's a bad thing.
No,
No,
it's just,
I don't think it's a bad
just gonna go one year, it comes back the next.
Yeah.
That's how we feel.
You know, it's funny when I was traveling in the Midwest, in the South, where Misha has been
Mhm.
living, and a lot of the lawns are brown. And I go, honey, the lawns are so brown here because, they aren't here in the Northwest hardly. And she goes, yeah, Mom, because it's so hot.
Yeah,
And we're not going to
just
waste
gets
water.
cooked.
I'm like, oh, yeah, good call. Good call.
I mean, if you have extra money and you want to use it on that, great. But is it
Yeah.
worth it really?
No.
Yeah.
That's why I like the timer. I'm
Mhm.
not like
Yeah.
leaving it on for a
Mhm.
short period of time, just a little sprinkle. Doesn't need a lot.
Just a sprinkle a day.
Just a sprinkle a day.
Is that like a hook to a song or something? Just a sprinkle a day keeps the blah blah away. What's that?
I don't know
Jen,
what-
find that for me, Jen.
Yeah.
That's your job.
I don't know what
Okay,
you're
look it up for me.
talking
I want to
about.
know.
I don't know what you're talking
There,
about.
it's
but
like a
okay.
commercial for like a food or something, or like salt or
Okay,
pepper.
all
I don't know. Okay,
right,
we'll stop.
She doesn't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
just
about.
type it in and Google it. She doesn't want to Google that. Let's take Lauren calling in from Connecticut. Hi, Lauren.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Are you having smoke too? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm smelling some of it. It's a bit haze. So, yeah.
Yeah. So wear
Not
your
too bad as
mask.
in other places.
I know that pollution just holds on to the smoke, right? It just like holds on to the smoke.
Right. I just can't believe it because I seem so far away from it.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, we're surviving. We do the best we can.
Good. So what can I do for you?
I would love a mediumship reading.
Ooh. You got a few folks on the other side. Agreed?
Okay.
I mean, is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is your mother still with us or she crossed?
she's with us.
Oh, really? Is she ill?
Yeah.
Is your mom ill?
Not really. She's a little bit older, but she's not really ill. No,
Do you mind sharing her age?
she's 84.
Okay. So then I could say that I could be in the realm of
Okay.
potentially a crossing over in the next 4 to 5 years, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes when I see people as if they've crossed and they're still living, I'm getting like a heads up, like, hey, 4 to 5 more years, they're going to be crossing over. So I'm going to say I'm probably seeing your mother. Does she have any dementia by chance?
Maybe slightly, but she still lives on her own. She does her own
Yeah.
bills. She does everything.
Oh, that's amazing. Is she really intuitive, your mom?
She thinks she is.
Okay, well, I might be validating her intuition then because
Uh.
the way I see her, there's so much clarity to it. When people have dementia, a lot of their energy's on the other side. I would not say that your mother has dementia. She's doing her bills.
Okay.
That's amazing. Or just a tiny bit, right? Teeny tiny, whatever.
Right.
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 But people are also highly intuitive. Their energy bleeds onto the other side because they're kind of hanging out with the other side all the time. And that's just what they do psychically. So I am seeing your mother and on the other side partially.
Okay.
And did you know that she really, 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 really loves you? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Oh, so now I know why we're having this conversation. Why she's pushing it. She's pushing this envelope. She's not even crossed over yet. And she's haunting me,
Wow.
right? She
Wow, okay.
really, really, really loves you. Your mom, think of her, and not that you have to do anything. You don't have to, have a deeper relationship. You don't have to fix anything. Like, I think it's important when people don't show up in our life the way that we deserve, that we don't go out of our way, right, to make the relationship better. I don't think that's necessary. But your mom, she just is think of her as like stuck in childhood, very wounded, like a wounded kid who was probably really verbally abused or some sort of abuse occurred when she was quite young. And she never did anything about it. Like she didn't get any healing done, or if she got therapy, she didn't go to a good therapist, right?
Right.
And so she's really, really wounded. And when she's unkind to you or anyone else, it has nothing to do with you. This is how she feels about herself. She's demonstrating to you what she thinks about herself and what she feels about herself and being highly critical or unkind to others.
Wow.
Yeah. So because some of her energy is bled to the other side, I can see her real feelings, and she loves you. She's very proud of you. She said you've kind of had to be the mom in a way.
Wow.
You
That's
know?
that's how I felt like so many times. Like I was the grown up.
You had to be, because she's not emotionally stable. Your mom's stuck. Some people get stuck in junior high, which
Right.
they're still functioning emotionally, but it's irritating. It's like that mean girl junior high energy. But your mom's stuck in childhood emotionally. So,
Wow.
how we perceive our life when we're kids is very different than how we perceive our life when we're adults. I think about all the toddlers that are in my life, all my grandkids, and all of a sudden Lucy goes, "There's a monster," we're like, "Where's the like
Right.
they're having all these really interesting experiences. So your
Right.
mom never matured because she was so wounded and she didn't do inner work. For whatever reason, it's scary to do inner work for lots of people. Um, and so that's why she's so incredibly stuck. But she says, "Yeah, you've been the mom. You've been the one holding
Wow.
her hand."
Wow. 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 That's incredible.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad she worked so hard to go. No, no, no. It's me. It's me. It's
Yeah,
me.
because she would never admit it
No.
in real life.
Well, even little kids can't share. We asked
Right.
the little can you guys share? No, I'm not. That's mine. I mean, they're never going to apologize. Like only if you force them.
Right.
I'm sorry, but they don't even mean it
Right.
because they're just little kids. They don't understand those
Right.
concepts, right? So that's your mom. Now, in saying all of that, I don't want you in your empathic kindness to over nurture her. That's not what this conversation is about. This conversation.
No. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I get it.
Good. But she loves you to pieces. She's even handed you a gorgeous bouquet of lilacs. Gorgeous. Like the deep purple ones, the medium lavender, and the white ones all mixed together, and it smells incredible.
Wow. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I love that we get to have this conversation before she crosses. I think it will be helpful for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren, for joining us. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you're just tuning in, we'll take now Carol calling in from Fresno, California. Hi, Carol. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
So, thank you for taking my call. I've talked to you twice before, but I have never asked for a mediumship reading.
Ooh, I love all these mediumship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, what a coincidence.
Right? Yeah. It's in the air. I mean, we actually pay attention to themes on the show. We go, oh, that was interesting. We all talked about work for an hour, or relationships or whatever. Is your dad on the other side?
He is.
Yeah. Was he a worker bee?
He was a hard worker, but he knew how to have fun as well.
Oh,
that's good.
Which can also be work,
Yeah, true, totally. You can do a little bit of both.
When I think about getting my paddle board, out and to jump on the lake, I gotta, it's like first I gotta load it in the car, right? Then I've got to, it's work.
I could just see going out to Lake Washington and having like a little headpiece in. You're like, just a second. Okay, hi, you're on with Marie. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I don't do that. No, but I should. I need a house with a dock so I can just go off the paddle board all the time. Yeah. But it's work, then I have to pump up the paddle board after I've carried it to the shoreline. Yeah. So your dad's a worker bee. He loved that though. He loved being active. He was very happy with his body. And so I'm assuming what happened is something happened to his body and he wanted to get the heck out of Dodge. Is that kind of what happened before he left?
Yeah, he did. He was a very good-looking man, and he was
And a
happy
great
with.
body. I mean, like, great
Yes.
physique. Really yeah, exactly. Very handsome. Yeah.
That's
I didn't
basically
see
what I
his
want.
face,
That's what I felt.
honestly,
That's what I
but I
felt.
could see his physique. Like, he's super strong, super
Yes,
strong.
he was in good shape until the very last
To the very end.
few years. Yeah, he was until probably the last years when his body really failed
Well,
him.
and your dad just like he knew right away, as soon as my body goes, I'm out of here. So he did everything he could to exit stage left, and get to the other side where he could go parasailing and, deep sea diving, or whatever, all the crazy fun stuff you can do and not worry about hurting your body, or having to keep it up or anything like that on the other side. He does say, though, he wishes he had learned to rest. He realized he says since he's crossed over, he's realized that resting is also a superpower, and
Mhm.
he did not. That wasn't. And when I said the word worker bee, I could even see him probably retired and just like working in the wood shop or whatever, the garage, like doing like his house probably was immaculate or wherever he lived or his car was or he just always doing. No?
Yeah, that's
Yes?
true.
Okay, it's true. So, your dad says he's not really good at expressing emotions,
Mhm.
and sometimes busy people, that's one of the reasons why they're busy because they don't wanna feel their feelings, and they certainly don't wanna express them. I can think of a bunch of people that I know who are like that.
Right?
But he says, "Since I've been gone, and since he saw your, uh, this current lifetime and past lives, he has been standing in your aura every morning." It's like a morning ritual for him. He does a little bit of stretching, like qigong or yoga or something, and then he tells you over and over and over again that he's proud of you. Over and over and over again. He goes, "It's my ritual." It's like a, 20-minute, "I'm so proud of you." And he even brings up things
Aw.
from the past that he neglected, to be direct in what he
Yeah.
felt.
Hmm. That's beautiful. I appreciate that.
So how long has he been gone?
He passed in 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay, so not too long, but it's been a while. Have you noticed that you feel more confident? Have you noticed anything within yourself during this last 6 years? A shift?
I am shifting. Yes, there has been huge shifts, but the confidence is just now coming.
Good. Well, your father wants to be a part of that, and he apologizes, literally. I heard him say, "I'm sorry that I didn't think about that. I'm sorry that I wasn't aware of this lack of self-worth," that lots of people have, by the way, that you
Yeah.
had that. And he goes, I would have nipped it in the bud if I'd paid attention." He goes, "But I didn't know how to talk about feelings." And he goes, "They still scare me today, but,
Yeah.
they're not as bad on the other side," he says.
Right, right. Well, it's interesting because my lack of self-confidence really came from things he said to me growing up. So that's very interesting to hear him say that.
It is
Yeah,
very interesting.
yeah,
And that's probably why he apologized,
yes.
right? Even though I couldn't see that piece of him being critical, I could just see him not being, validating. But he apologized very, very
Ah,
directly. So that's probably why he did, because when people leave their bodies, they have a life review. They sit in some comfy room. It's really a hologram. I always see popcorn and Diet Coke, but they tell me, no, you don't do any of those things. And you get to see your whole life from the moment you were conceived into the moment you cross over.
yeah.
Yeah. So your father's devoted to helping you become more confident. So maybe what you could do when your mind comes up with these words that he said, because you still remember them, you still do.
Oh, I know I do.
You do. Maybe you could either, if it works, have your dad say something very different to you, or just for a moment, have a different dad show up who only
Yeah.
says kind stuff to you.
I'm going to work on this dad that's on the other side showing
Great.
up for me.
I think that's exciting because he's already doing it. So I think that's a
Yeah.
win-win for both of you. Great idea.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Let's take one more before our last break of the hour. It's Judy calling in from Vancouver, BC. Hi, Judy.
Hello.
Hi, Judy. What can I do for
Hi.
you?
Very nice to speak with you again, both of you. Thank you so much for taking my call. I am calling in regards to something physical. I'm dealing with sort of pain down the left-hand side, and it could be from an impinged nerve, like a thoracic outlet.
Oh, right.
And also it's been because of different injuries that like a degenerative discs in my neck and low back.
Right.
And I'm just sort of wondering if you can give me some feedback on
Of course. So first of all, have you ever had any Rolfing done?
I have had extensive Rolfing done.
Are you still doing that?
I am not at the moment.
I think you should, because you tend to tighten your fascia, right? You tighten it all down and the muscles get tight, the ligaments, everything gets really tight. And that's not good for vertebrae or bones or everything, right? It's hard for our nerves. It's very difficult on nerves. So I would go back to Rolfing if you want to, if that sounds good to you. I think that would be a great idea. And overall, you need to let go. You know, you're not good at letting go. Would you agree with that?
I would agree, and I would also add to that it is something I am very focused on and aware of and doing every day.
Great. That's wonderful. That makes me very, very happy that you are. Because as soon as a doctor tells you something's going wrong with your body, and lots of people do this, by the way, it's like you take a snapshot of it and then that's what's going on with you. I don't recommend that because anything can heal at any moment. So what if your body isn't in any form of degeneration?
Okay.
Right? What if it isn't? And what about one of those vibrational plates for you too? Because vibrational plates, along with red light therapy and the near infrared, it strengthens bones, which is amazing. Because when our smaller muscles are being activated by movement, they pull on the bone, which strengthens the bone. And red light just goes really deep into the tissues and activates bone health. I don't understand the full science about it, but it's actually been researched and studied. So I would start doing those things. And when you're working on letting go, that means when anything irritates you, anything, it could be that you accidentally spilt some water on the kitchen counter or you didn't fully close the door. It could be just minor things. I want you to be really loving to yourself. Like, honey, I love you. You're so precious. I adore you. I want you to say something kind to yourself every time you feel annoyed and frustrated.
Okay.
And that's going to send you tons of energy to your body, which is going to alleviate all these, thankfully, not serious health issues. Okay?
Yes. And did you say red light and the plate to look into?
I think, look into both of those. Yeah, look into both of those.
And I have done prolotherapy right into the vertebrae.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's like an injection therapy that I think, well, what I understand is it triggers the body to go into the type of inflammation that creates healing.
Yeah.
And
I'm not feeling it, but if you like it and it's working for you, go right ahead. I think you sometimes go too severe.
Yeah.
You know, even when you choose your Rolfer, don't get I want you to enjoy the Rolfing experience.
Okay.
All right?
I'll find somebody. They're hard to find, Rolfing people.
I know. Where do you live again?
BC, Vancouver.
Okay.
Canada.
I'm sure you'll find someone. I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Judy, for joining us from Vancouver, BC. 877-825-8828. And we'll take our last break of the hour, and we'll be right back with more from Marie. If you want to know how to get in touch with Marie or find out what's on her calendar, there's a variety of ways to do so. You could become Marie's friend on Facebook or even follow her on Twitter. Check out Marie's website. There's tons of new features like Chakra of the Month, a live Twitter feed, and 3 PDFs with extensive exercises for your chakras. You can also sign up for Marie's free quarterly newsletter and also get your questions answered in her Dear Marie column. Simply email Marie your question and she will answer it in an upcoming edition. Marie also will be speaking and signing books. Find out if she'll be in your area on her events page at energyintuitive.com.
Have something important to say? Want to help improve our world? Need to promote your business uniquely and effectively? KKNW is the answer. Our staff helps broadcasters and podcasters create professional sounding audio. Bring your talent and let our experts help you craft a radio show or podcast that best delivers your message. Learn more at 1150kknw.com. That's 1150kknw.com. KKNW, talk variety that's live and local.
COVID-19 is a severe lung infection. Trust the American Lung Association for science-based public health information, especially for the 36 million Americans who live with lung disease. We have resources to protect your lung health. Access expertise from medical professionals and peer-to-peer support through our online communities. Visit lung.org for daily updates or call 1-800-LUNG-USA.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Make it a great day. Keep your dial on Alternative Talk 1150.
It's my yacht. Just a sprinkle a day helps keep odor away.
Shower to shower body powder with baking soda to fight odor.
I found it.
You were a crack up.
So I was looking while we're listening to one of our wonderful callers. And so, it's for body. It's a powder you put on your body after the shower. So,
well, and all of those were kind of taken. All of those were taken off the market actually.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
talc, like they cause,
right.
They cause ovarian cancer and all kinds of crazy stuff. So if anybody's using that, throw it away like tomorrow, tonight. But I remember that commercial. It was cute.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
It's like, I don't know if I have time to do that right now. Just be like, just a second, honey. I'll be right there. Then in the bathroom while you're doing the whole thing.
No, those aren't healthy.
Oh, that's good. All right. Let's go back to these callers. We now have Erica joining us from Prescott, Arizona. Hi, Erica. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Of course. What can I do for you?
So I'm actually calling on I don't know if you can even do this. I'm trying to call on behalf of my 3-year-old son.
Yeah, I can do it.
Of course. He has been having consistent just sicknesses. He's the kid that picks up everything at daycare. And we've been, working with doctors. And anyways, our pediatrician keeps saying it's normal, it's normal, it's normal. And honestly, I'm just calling to see if maybe there's some guidance above and beyond.
He doesn't like daycare. He does not like it. He doesn't like it at all. He just doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. He feels like there's too many kids and there's competition, for attention. He doesn't like it.
So it's like he putting his mark on everything?
No, it weakens his immune system because he's not happy. So his energy depletes. And he's the type of kid you wouldn't know because he always has a sunshiny disposition. He's an old soul. He's very empathetic, and old souls want everyone else to be happy. So he would never want to complain or tell you how he feels. He may not even completely understand how he feels. He's very young, but he doesn't like it. So can you work from home?
I do work from home, and so does my husband. And we have actually been toying around with the idea of how do we make it work so that one of us doesn't work?
Or hire a nanny to be in the house with you. That's what 2 of my kids do who work from home. or even a
Okay.
part-time nanny to see how it feels, how it works. He's a really, really good kid. Really good kid. At least in my
And
opinion. He doesn't like
and
daycare.
I'll ask the follow-up question. We were planning on changing schools starting in August. Is that you would suggest keep
He
pushing it off for a while?
Yeah, he wants to be home with you guys. He just does. He misses you guys. He loves his family unit. He thinks you guys are hysterical and interesting, and he really likes you guys.
Great to hear.
It is really good to hear. And if you wanna do, like, preschool or something, just think of part-time. Maybe he could go to preschool in the morning and then come home in the afternoon, and one of you maybe doesn't have to work as hard, or you have a nanny there that's there for a couple hours, or share a nanny with another family that lives close by, but he would prefer to be home. That's what he wants.
Okay.
Okay?
That's all I needed to know. I
Alright.
really appreciate it.
You're very, very welcome. Good parenting, by the way,
Yeah.
asking such a cool question.
Yeah, it certainly was. Thanks, Erica, for joining in from Arizona, 877-825-8828. We'll take now Molly calling in from Seattle. Hi, Molly.
Hi,
Hi, Molly. What can I do for you?
I'm calling to get a mediumship reading.
Ooh, see, that's our theme today. I love it. I love it. You have a lot of dead people.
Whoa.
There's a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, eeny, meeny, who's coming first? So it's like a house full almost. This is what I'm literally seeing, because when I do mediumship, especially on the air, or I do everything distance these days, is I feel like I'm standing next to you or sitting next to you, and it's actually behind you and more towards your right hand side. There's just a whole bunch of dead people right behind you, and you must think about the dead often, because I can go back generations. So are you like totally interested in like the family line and tree and history and all of that?
Yes.
Wow. Well, they're paying attention. They're like, "Oh yeah, I was there. Oh, don't forget me." They're just all over the place. Is your mom gone?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the one she goes, "It's for me." She wants to talk to me. Is that true?
Oh, yes.
Okay. You know what I love about mediumship and communicating, between worlds, is that the people who come to, to talk, they actually are here to help you. Dead people don't need help. Despite what so many people think, like, "Oh my God, they don't need help. They don't have a body. They don't need to make money." They are in the higher vibrational realm. Earth is a really low vibrational time-space reality, and they're in a much higher frequency. So it isn't dark or gloomy or, creepy over there. Earth is really one of the creepiest realities in all of the cosmos. And your mom, she's funny. Your mom's very expressionful with her face. Like,
Yeah.
she just opened up her eyes really wide as I'm communicating. And then she's like, "Okay, stop explaining. I want my daughter to know how much I love her." And I'm telling her, she already knows. You told her 8 million times. But of course it's never enough. You know what I mean? I I tell my kids every day that I love them, and they tell me every day that they love me.
Especially during the show.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this is a weird question, but I'm seeing hands. So, did your mother have problems with your hands, or have you had problems with your hands?
Trying to think.
Mhm.
She may have had problems with her hands towards the end. Yeah.
Okay. Do you do energy work?
I don't. I've taken Reiki 1, but I've never really done it except for on family.
Okay. Does your
Yeah.
family like it? Do you notice
Yes.
that it helps?
My dad and mom, both of them really liked it.
Okay. I think you should consider taking more energy work. So, yeah, she may have had problems with her hands, but she's showing me the hands because you are wonderful at channeling energy through your hands. And see, now
Oh.
that your mother's on the other side, she can see more of your multisensory abilities. Have you ever thought about being an energy worker or a healer, or whatever word you want to use to describe
I
that?
did at one time. Yes.
One time. Did you like it?
I did.
Okay.
And then I had some health challenges that sort of focused more on trying to get myself back.
And how are you doing now?
They're still there.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
still
sorry.
there. Yeah.
So here's what's supposed to happen when people do energy work, but a lot of people don't do this, or they're not taught to do this. When you do energy work, you're supposed to take energy in from the universe, and it's supposed to feed the healer first and foremost, and then the healee gets healed. So it actually can make people healthier and younger if they do it correctly. So you're not supposed to use any energy from your own body. And so as a healer, I pay attention to, am I starting to use my energy? And I know that when I start to use my energy, I feel depleted or tired or annoyed or frustrated. So that's why especially the last couple years, I've been revamping my schedule when it comes to uh, private sessions so that I'm not using my energy at all. So that's what you need to work on.
I agree. That's something that I think I was having problems with.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And that's why healers notoriously, historically, have gotten ill, and have had health issues, especially cardiac issues, because they were using their own energy source. Your mother is clapping right now, jumping up and down. I think you're so lucky. You have the nicest parents.
Yeah, they were great.
I mean, oh my gosh. Like, I wish everybody could have parents like that.
Yes.
And your mom winks at me and blows everyone a kiss, you know?
Oh,
I think
thanks.
she would have liked being an actress. Or I don't think she would have liked the acting world, but I think she would have liked being an actress. A stage was something that I think she would have enjoyed.
Oh, yeah.
She really would have.
Yeah, I think she would have.
So
Yeah.
this message about becoming a healer is not just from me, it's from your mom. She goes,
Okay.
she winks at you, she gives a thumbs up, she goes, babe, you can do it. And then your job is to really either study with someone or practice, ask the universe to help you how to channel energy and not use your own.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for joining the show. 877-825-8828. We're nearing the very end of it, but we've got time for maybe one, could be two. Let's
Ooh.
take Sherry calling in from Canada. Hi, Sherry. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Of course. What can I do for you?
So, Marie, I'm calling about my mother-in-law. She has this tremor going in her right leg. I think it's one of her legs and her right arm.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's really bothering her, and she's concerned that it could be Parkinson's.
Right.
And I'm just wondering what you see.
It's a really good question. Do you mind telling me her age?
I think she's around 66.
So she's young, we
Mhm.
live a long time these days, right? Who was the religious zealot who just passed away? He was 93.
Bob Robertson? Is
Yeah.
that who it was?
Interesting guy.
Yeah.
But to live in your 90s and beyond is going to be
Or Pat
normal.
Robertson. I'm sorry. Pat Robertson.
Yeah.
Pat Robertson.
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal now. So why won't she go see a neurologist?
Oh, she's on the list. She's been on.
I know,
for
it's
over 8 years.
Canada. For over 8 years
Yes.
she's been on a list? Wow.
Uh,
Wow. Can you guys pay for out-of-pocket medical care too?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Just like we have this weird system in the US that not everybody knows about. I just happen to know a bunch of really wealthy people, and they have concierge physicians that will fly anywhere in the world and take care of them. So they pay them an annual fee every year. I'm not saying that that's what you need to do, but I'm just saying that there probably is something within the system where people can purchase outside of the medicine in Canada and actually have a doctor do it. It's going to be more expensive. So I'm trying to rewire your mother-in-law's energy right now. And even though she is young, she just appears older to me. So I feel like she's like taking on energy as if she's older. Some people, it's a number they reach and they go, oh, I'm old. And they start thinking that, they start believing it, and then their body starts to have problems.
Shift that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my mother-in-law retired at 55, and I definitely noticed, I felt like both her and her husband took on this mindset that they were like a lot older all of a sudden.
Right.
Maybe unconsciously.
Right. It is unconscious. So I want her to start using what if questions. What if I'm 40? What if my body is incredibly youthful? What if my neurological system is happy? I want her to start, because she will do this. I want her to start repeating silently what if questions all day long, or for like 5 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day. I want her to get into the habitual pattern, a happy, positive pattern of doing positive what if questions, because we need her not to go into the aging process. She's young.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds great.
I think that will.
And Marie, I wondered, could you tell me my main clair before you let me go?
You have all the clairs because you're clairaudient. So you hear things. And when people are clairaudient, they're clairvoyant and clairsentient as well.
Cool. Well, that's what I thought it was.
Oh, you're so smart. Congratulations. So tell your mother-in-law she needs to be young again. And she is young. Let's not get old. Let's
Yeah, I absolutely will.
Good. And maybe have her do some hobbies.
Do some which?
Hobbies. If she likes to be busy, have her get some hobbies.
Oh, yeah. She does a lot of hobbies. She's doing yoga and gardening and all that kind of stuff.
Good. That sounds great.
But I feel like she's too busy. Like, I think it depletes her energy.
Well, let's have her do some what if questions and let's see what happens. Okay? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in from Canada. We're sending positive energy to New York so that everybody can breathe healthy air. We know what it feels like.
Yep.
And we wish everyone joyful blessings. Go to energyintuitive.com soon to look at what I'm teaching in the fall. And we wish you a happy day.
And happy Best Friends Day.
Oh, and happy Best Friends Day. Yes. Thank you, Benny. Bye-bye for now.